Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Aufa binti Zamri. My metric number is 1201460. I am from TLC1. Today I would like to share a general review on the topic the practice of suluk in the new norm in Brunei in Malaysia. Next, it is a general review on the practice of suluk in the new norm in Brunei and Malaysia by Nur Zakia Haji Ramli and Nurul Hikmah Hizam at Muhammad Bukhari. In this journal, the author explains the appropriate procedure to resolve disputes, which is through court hearings or the suluk process. In addition, in this article, the author focused on the suluk process as a way to solve problems, which is particularly in family disputes. Besides the issue raised in this writing is the suluk process that is carried out online following the COVID-19 starting in year 2020. The purpose of the study is to see in detail how the process of the suluk ceremony can be carried out well throughout the period of COVID-19. In addition, the study is also to see the extent to which the dispute issues can be resolved through the suluk process by looking at the relevant statistics in the country of Brunei Darussalam and all states in Malaysia. Next, for the contents of the journal. Firstly, the author explains the introduction of suluk in general by stating the relevant verses of the Quran and the procedure for handling the suluk council in general. In addition, the author lists the definition of suluk from various aspects, namely in terms of language and Islamic terms, which is the definition of suluk according to four mazhab schools and several books, namely the book Tasalluh wa al-Musalaha by Ibn Manzur and the book by Abdullah bin Abdul Rahman al-Bassam. In addition, the author also explains on Islamic authorities about suluk, which is divided into three parts, namely suluk according to Al-Quran Karim, suluk according to Sunnah, and suluk according to Ijma'. The author also lists the condition of suluk according to fiqh quoted from the book Al-Fiqh Al-Islami wa Adillatuhu by Dr. Wahbah Al-Zuhaili, which he has three main conditions. In addition, the author also explains the sum of the objective of the suluk will be achieved if the conditions are met. Next, the writer also explains in general about the suluk method in practice by explaining a little bit about the issues that can be brought to the suluk council. The author also presents a data analysis that proves the effectiveness of the suluk process by listing the statistics of the number of suluk case registrations in the Brunei Syariah Court from year 2018 and 2020 until 2020. The author also stated the statistics of the number of suluk case registrations in all states in Malaysia from 2013 until 2017. Then, the author explains the online suluk procedure in the Malaysia Syariah Court, where the author focused on the state of Pahang by providing a list of the registration of settlement cases in the state of Pahang Syariah Court in 2019 and also explains a little about this online suluk procedure. The author also explains the online suluk procedure at the Brunei Darussalam Syariah Court, where the writer had the opportunity to interview the chairman of the suluk at the Brunei Syariah Court. Lastly, the author relates the implementation of the online suluk session to coincide with the Maqasid Syariah and concluded that the objective of the suluk council was achieved even though it was carried out online. Next, for the critics. Firstly, the author only states the suluk process is based on the provisions of statutory law and specific regulations such as the Syariah Court Mal Procedure Enactment, Mal Procedure Rules, Practice Instructions, suluk Work Manual, suluk Officer Code of Ethics, and so on, according to their respective states. However, the author does not explain The author does not explain example of basic provisions that explain the use of suluh and the cases that can be brought to suluh. For example, Practice Direction Number 1 of 2010 lists the cases that need to be brought to the suluh council. And in addition, the author can also include Practice Direction Number 3 of 2002, which explains the use of suluh in detail. The author does not explain clearly by bringing the provisions of the law that explain suluh, whereas the book by referring to the other sources that explain that the party who files a claim after divorce is required to undergo the suluh process to resolve the dispute amicably as stipulated in Section 99 of the Sharia Code Civil Procedure Federal Territories Act 1998. Secondly, the author does not explain in depth the factors that affect the effectiveness of suluh online. The author only states the main factor of the positive impact that contributes to the completed cases. The writer should also include factors that affect the effectiveness of online suluh, such as a stable internet connection. Disputing parties are better prepared by understanding how to use the platform used for mediation sessions, which is such as Zoom or Google Meet. Thirdly, the author does not explain in detail the classification of cases that have been successfully resolved through the suluh medium, such as child support cases and matrimonial property as listed or prescribed by Sharia legislation in Malaysia. The author needs to think that the reader who will read the article or journal written by the writer is easy to understand. Next, number 4, the writer only takes into account the advantages of conducting the online suluh process without explaining the disadvantages of conducting the online suluh process, which are the risk of information leakage and the absence of disputing parties due to internet problems and other technical problems. And lastly, the author proved the effectiveness of the online suluh process by only stating the statistics of the number of suluh case registrations in the state of Pahang during the COVID-19 in 2020 without stating statistics from other states. And lastly, I will conclude. For the conclusion, this article has provided new findings about the effectiveness of online suluh by bringing data analysis that prove that the suluh process was successfully implemented despite the threat of the COVID-19. The result of the author's study can be used as evidence that the conflicting parties can use the suluh process as an alternative to solve their problem. Overall, the results of the author studies shows that the public awareness of suluh is getting higher. The result of the study can also be used as a guide and also used as a reference for future research as well as making it easier for other researchers to get information about the suluh process in the new norm. Apart from that, the quality of the study can be improved if the author intends to add all the latest information related to this topic by adding information on the number of case registrations in each state in a period not too far from the present. Finally, the title of the study written by the author is among the titles that are easy to understand for all age. But there is a little information that still needs to be added so that the readers can get the information they expect to get through the study, such as the level of effectiveness of the online suluh process and clear evidence on online suluh procedures can be resolved disputed issues by providing more data from each state. That's all from me. Thank you.